senior citizens. I don't think they will be in and out of train station that much, that often. Okay, so their opinions, their voices are probably not captured, not as much as students or people who have who have to go to work or get off work. Okay, so you also have to ask yourself what kind of people are being polled in this case, if that's the method used. Okay, so all these are already critical thinking. Okay, critical thinking skills. But anyway, you can read this by yourself again and see which one is a better way to get the statistics. And the last one is the source of the support and expert or authority in the field. Okay, again, I think this is very clear cut. You can go over it by yourself. And number 4 is, again, back to the argumentation discourse skills. So the first part is some expressions you can pass on to your students, and those expressions will help them introduce these different types of evidence. Okay, so when you want to introduce an example, you will say, for example, or take blah, 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 for example, take blah, blah, blah as an example. So it's not just for example, for instance, all the time. Statistics, okay, 增加、减少， right? 增加多少百分比，增加多少人等等， right? So these are some commonly used expressions. They want to cite some experts' words. Okay, they usually will say according to la 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 la. Okay, so in addition to according to, any other expressions they can use. Okay, so they can say to quote blah 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 blah. So that's really quoting the person's words. Okay. Or they can say blah 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 blah, state that, blah 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 blah, maintain that. Okay, and on page 8, you will see these are the expressions students can use when they want to challenge or refute the support given by their peers. So when the source is not clear, when the date is not recent enough, too old, okay, when the fairness of the support is disputable, when the validity or properness of the example is disputable, when the validity of statistics or data is disputable. And last one, when the authority of the source of the support is disputable. So you have all these expressions. You can, again, pick some. The ones you think will be very helpful to your students. Just give it to them. And then you can, even, I think for exercise sake, you can make up some valid support versus invalid support, and then have your students practice using these expressions. Okay, any questions so far about critical thinking skills? So we cover strong versus weak reasons, and we cover support, types, and tests of support. For argumentation discourse skills, strategies, we also covered expressions to use to introduce or to challenge reasons, expressions that you can use to introduce support or challenge support. Okay. Any questions so far? Okay, if not, then you can take a look at the exercise on page 9. Again, these are the exercises I have students in Keping do this course. Okay, for exercise on the component of position and justification, this is what I have them do. Read the following positions and their reasons regarding the topic that high school uniform policy should be abolished, and use appropriate expressions to either introduce the reason or reasons or draw the conclusion. So I gave them, okay, 1, position, high school uniform policy should be abolished, and reasons. I listed 2 reasons. So they have to string them together. Okay, so they will say, well, I'm personally for high school uniform. I personally believe high school uniform policy should be abolished. Or they can say, I'm personally for abolishing high school uniform. Okay, and then because, right? So they have to use some words to string the position together with the reasons. Okay, so that's just one exercise. Another exercise, the component of justification. Again, this is about critical thinking skill. The first one is argumentative discourse skills, and this one is critical thinking skill. So for the topic, star high schools, 明星学校, should be abolished in Taiwan. Okay, they have to pick a side, either for or against, and write down 2 reasons that justify their position. And then they have to work with a classmate and examine each other's reason to decide if they are strong or weak reasons. Okay, so for this one, this exercise can come after you talk about strong versus reasons, weak reasons, and then you have them write. Okay, 明星学校需要被废除. If you're teaching in Star School, probably this is not a good idea for your students to talk about this. But if you're not, teaching in Star School, then have your student talk about, okay, why for, why against, okay, and then write down their reasons, and then examine their reasons, okay, whether it's clear, whether it logically supports the position, whether it appeals to a majority of people or not. And last one, exercise component of challenge refutation. So this is about critical thinking and argumentative discourse skills. So both. Following are some arguments concerning the topic. High school uniform policy should be abolished. Imagine you are holding a position opposite from the one shown in each of the arguments. How will you challenge or refute it? Work with a partner on your challenges or refutations. Okay, so the first one, they are going to challenge or refute, goes like this. I don't think that high school uniform policy should be abolished in Taiwan because it is if it is abolished, deciding what casual clothes to wear will be a big problem for me. Okay. So if they are being presented with a position and reason like this, how will they challenge the reason? Okay. So an exercise like this can be given after you give them the expressions of how to challenge the reasons, and they can make use of those expressions. And next one. I disagree on the suggestion. Okay, what suggestion? Abolishing high school uniform. Because I think it is vital for every school to keep students in order. Okay, so when you hear this one, okay, evaluate the reason. Which one? Clear? Not clear? Logically support? Not logically support? Appealing to the majority people or not appealing to the majority people? Right? And then they go to the expressions that you provide to them, and they can try to question. So you can provide these sentences to your student, and then they can throw you the relevant questions or refutation. Let's skip number 3. Look at the last one. The policy should be abolished because most students don't like to wear uniform. Okay. Let's just do this one. The policy should be abolished because most students don't like to wear uniform. And you go back to that page. On page 4. Page 4, challenging, refuting the reasons. For a statement like this, if I throw that statement to you, what kind of questions or comment, refutation can come from you? Okay, so some people say, how do you know? How do I know what? Oh, very good, right? So right there, you can say, how do you know most students don't like to wear uniform? Good question, right? 我已经被问到了, right? Okay. But suppose, okay, so you have to prepare. You can make up some evidence. Again, just for practice sake, okay. So, okay, good question. I forgot to tell you how I know most students don't like. I have a survey, okay, done by blah blah blah. Just make it up, right? In 2008, and it shows that 65% of students, high school students, do not like to wear school uniform. Now you silence your students, right? So, okay. See, any other? Are there any other questions you can throw at me to challenge me? The policy should be abolished because most students don't like to wear, and now most students don't like to wear school uniform. But is that a good reason to abolish school uniform? What's the connection? What's the connection between students? What's the connection between students' preference and the policy? Very good question, right? So you're asking about the logical connection between the two, right? And I said, okay, good question, okay? Because the policy is about students, okay? So we should respect their opinion. If they don't like